Yann is an artist and her artwork is over here. Beautiful artwork, the participating artist for our show today. I'd also like to invite Paulini from Paulini Pewter. Lini, Paulini is the founder, co-founder and owner of Paulini Pewter. And last but not least, of course, to the dear friend of mine, known her for quite some time, and very well-known personality in the fashion and all the entertainment industry. Like everybody kind of knows her. You should know. If you don't, you should. Melinda Looi. Thank you so much. Tea from River Hills. You're going to have some. And yes, so this is a kind of chit-chat. In the audience today, I think there are some artists, there are some people from the industry, and generally. So thank you very much for being here on a Saturday. Thank you very much. So my first, I want to introduce, I've introduced them generally, but for those of you who are not so familiar, I'll let them also introduce. Firstly, I think most of them, as you can see, have been more in this industry or their own industry. As artists, firstly, I think as an artist, Yann has been an artist more than 25 years, 28. In fact, I think she studied at MIA, went on and also became still an artist, went into advertising, then continued doing her work as she is. Amazing. Paulini was in corporate. Lini here was in corporate, he was telling me, and was in corporate for a couple of years, and bravely then took the plunge to now being a full-time artist and owner of her business, Paulini Pewter. And of course, Mel, I'll let you tell her story, because you would have read her story, and if you haven't. Yes, of course, Mel owns Melinda Couture, Melinda Ready to Wear. Mel, anything else you want to talk?
Well, I'm more into now Melinda uniform material. It's my core business now.
Okay.
Hotels around Asia.
Oh.
Not in China. I'm going to go Coast next week.
Okay.
Oh.
Excellent.
Vietnam, the hotel coming up as well. Slowly into India and other parts of the world.
Oh, okay. Are you making us feel intimidated? Very good. Okay. But first of all, let me just talk about the transition. Every one of you started as an artist, or rather a student of art, or someone who dabbled in art in the beginning, to of course where the journey of where you've become now. So let's talk a little bit about that transition point from artist to, at some point in your life, going into and being a business and saying like, okay, we need to run a business, and how did that happen? Family, husband, or just okay, I need to do something because I was burnt out. How did that transition happen? Just tell us a little bit about that transition. Or maybe we start with Yann first.
I always have the passion to create. That is one way to unleash creativity. So it doesn't matter in which medium, but it's just a medium used to interpret the creativity. So for my case, started back in advertising for a short period of time, 4 years, into full visual artist, into full-time mom, and then now back in textile art. So the transitions is, you just unleash creativity in different mediums. So that is my transitions.
Right, and how long were you in advertising?
Advertising was 4 years, and then visual artist for 10 years, and then mom was 10 years. And then now into my 6 years into my textile art. So you can kind of add up and guess how I.
Hello, I'm Salini, but known as Lini from Paulini Pewter. I'm born and raised in Ipoh, Sungai Siput, Perak. I'm a Perakian. Ipoh Mali Tanah Sombong. Okay, my journey as a pewter artisan started way in 2003 actually. But before that, I was holding a corporate position in Spanco. It's a very high-profile company that managed the federal government corporate fleet So my life was always on the go and always have to be on the phone and meeting the ministers, judges, all kind of high position, and I have to travel all over Malaysia to make sure that the federal government vehicle fleet is always in order, because upon appointment by the federal government, I have to make sure that they have their official car ready. So we have to handle like 10 to 15 ministries. Every ministries also have many agencies under that. Let's say if one kementerian, they have many agencies. So I build up my journey as a corporate person there, confidence level, and I also handle a lot of ongoing emergencies, matters according to government. And after 4 to 5 years, I feel really burnt out, because there's like it's always about management, making people happy, satisfied, but my own personal life is like not much chance for me to elaborate further on my career. I feel like I was still. And I took a break and resigned and joined this small company. It's a Pewter company in Subang. It's also based in Subang Jaya as a manager, and I handle everything from production, orders, and even retail. And I actually also realized there's a lot of potential in this replica of Peranakan heritage accessories, because my grandmother is also a Peranakan, and before she passed away, she passed to me a few heirlooms of Kerungsang, antiques, and a few pieces of bell, and I treasure them till now because it's very precious. We can never get them anymore because they are all totally handmade, and I keep them for my future generation. So from this experience as a pewter industry player, I observed that it can become bigger player, just like Royal Selangor, Temasek Pewter. But in a way, we need to make sure that we have our own identity. So with my 3 years experience in this previous company, I took a plunge and resigned with a capital of 30,000, which is very little. I bought, me and my partner, I bought a second-hand production machine from another company, and we start from a small corner lot house. And until now, we never look back. We have been appointed as an ambassador of culture and heritage by Tourism Malaysia, and we've been traveling with them all over the years. And my next journey in a few days' time, I'll be going to Shanghai. Thank you.
What do I start? What do you want to know? Yes, I'm a fashion designer, but I always call myself an artist. I don't treat fashion as, yes, it's important business, but I have many sides of myself. I grew up as a child labor, working in my mom's factory, my parents' factory, every day after school. So recently I watched twice Michael Jackson, and I felt him because I was like that. My dad was very strict to us. I used to not like school holidays. I will come to the teacher and tell them, well, I think we need help during school holidays to clean the office, to clean up your desk, Maybe I should come to school to work for you. So there's a lot of reasons, because I really didn't have much childhood, but my childhood is all about work. I used to blame all this to my parents, but as I grow older, become parents and working in the same industry, I am very grateful and thankful for what they have given me, because I realized that when I was studying, I got my scholarship to Montreal to continue my study, and at the time I was on my own, and I realized I have so many knowledges that school did not teach, right? And I because of my hard work background, I was probably so very simple example, on the graduation day, after many years with my college mate, they came to me. Today's the last day of school life. We just want to tell you a secret that we didn't tell you. I said, like what? You have a nickname, Machine. So I was laughing and I appreciate it. They kept it as a secret for so many years. I guess, I don't know, I think I'm just really grateful for what I've learned since young, and I never really look back. You know, everybody knows me in school, and they know that I was the hardest working student. I have a special permit from school that I can stay on at the sewing room until whatever hours. So you can find me, if you can't find me at home, you know where I am. So sometimes I have a few Asian friends, they would actually just tapao dinner and come to the school and say, I know you didn't eat. So yeah, that's how famous I was, being the machine. Coming back here, I became instant popular. Like, oh, you know, someone come back from overseas, like it's a big thing. The press didn't stop putting my news and, you know, talking about my fashion. I have to say I was very daring. I was fearless. I put up big cow horns and all that I made on stage. I made like a lot of hoo-ha, crazy dramatic costumes and stuff. I just didn't care because I treat them like art. I wanted to be an artist like a lot of you here. My parents say no because you will be a poor artist and you will only be selling your art after you die. So, but I didn't believe that. I just tell myself, you know what, fashion is art. We are using different kind of canvases and brushes, and I go for it, and I just never thought I'm selling it. You know, I need to sell my fashion, and I just do crazy stuff, and I think that's how I got attention from a lot of people, and yeah, I was in press for like, I don't know, a few press and media. Every month, every week, you could see me somewhere. Those days we don't have social media, so I keep telling the young generations, you guys are so damn lucky because we have that. We have to do so many shows. We used to call ourselves showgirls. At the time, me, Kun Pui, Daniel Chu, Jonathan Chang, William Looi, we were the same batch of like designers, and we used to call ourselves showgirls. You name it, we do bar shows, we do street shows, we do whatever shows that comes along to put ourselves out there. And so, yeah, you know, just so many stories I want to share with you. And I keep telling the younger generation, stay humble. No matter how high you climb, if you are not humble, you will not last in the industry. So I believe that coming from a very humble beginning, family were poor, that's why we could not hire a lot of people. My dad was doing pleating, fabric pleats, like we say meyake. That's how I do my homework in front of the machine. I have to put fabric in every day from right after school, without changing uniform, standing there, putting fabric into the machine and looking at my book at the same time. We were not allowed to stay up to 12 o'clock. He would shut down all the lights. Say homework it should be done in school, you know. But I didn't believe that. I fought to do a lot of things like under candlelight or whatever. I did a lot of projects, school and things like that. Things that a lot of students do not do. And I keep telling my children, you guys are so lucky because I didn't force you to work. My daughter is here. And I'm glad she's stepping into what I didn't manage to do as an artist. So she's studying now in the One Academy. And anyway, what else do you want to know about me? It's just so many things.
Yeah.
Besides that, I try to, I create arts. Even though I'm not doing a lot of fashion show these days because I need to also pay bills, right? So looking at business, besides doing art pieces, I still do, but only for Aina Abdu. If you guys know, Aina Abdu is one of the popular Malay artists. She's super talented. I like working with her because she's humble, she's hardworking, she does everything herself, and I like to create crazy pieces for her.
Yeah. That's actually very interesting, which is one of the things that actually I wanted to talk about, which I went to the show. So we talk about, that's collaboration, which I think is a great innovation piece for artists. We'll come to that because I really want to talk about collaborations. Yann and Nini is slightly different. I mean, both of you, I think, really sweat tears in corporate life, went through that, but you went back into art. So I think Yann had a conversation with me earlier today, and we discussed, and you were mentioning that for you, you're in a very happy space now as an artist. There's two mics, can share. I mean, you're in a happy space now. Your journey as an artist has been a long one. You never left it, but of course, you had to find a family, take care of children. But now you're in a different space. So that transition, and I think you made a very interesting statement, from artists to doing your Indigo art. So because Yann is the founder of Indigo Dye. Let me just get the correct terminology.
Yann Indigo Dye.
Yann Indigo Dye, yes. Which has been about like 8 years.
No, it started like in COVID time, 2020.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, end of 2020. It started as like my playroom, I treat my work as my hobby, as my playroom, rather than business. And I'm in a happy phase, life after 50s.
Important.
Yeah, the transition came as I was 49 years old. You come to ponder a lot when you coming near to big 5 kind of thing. So it's like what I want to do. One of the things that I'm passionate is Indigo. As I've been backpacking in my early 30s, especially in the mountainous area where a lot of hill tribes, I love to travel to remote places in China, Vietnam, Thailand, in search of different tribes and understanding their textile. I used to call myself ethnic mania because the moment I bump into a tribe that I haven't met before, my eyes will be blinking, looking at the costume, coming near to them. I'll be using my body language to express and to communicate with local. I'll self-invite myself into their home, kind of crazy things. So that passion for textile has been developed for more than 2 decades. So most women like to buy jewelry, I like to buy racks, and I'll be collecting and all that. So passionate that just as I was coming to 49, that I just went to this remote place in Guizhou, China. It's called Chaoxing, where the Dong minority is. And I think I just Google. You don't have Google. What do you have then? And somehow I just find this Sifu, the Dong master, the tribal guy. He's like a real artisan. I just talked to him, and then I'll just send him my registration fee for the course. I might not get my money back, but I so happened that I was fortunate to meet one of the greatest Indigo teacher in China, because I later found out from my peers from China, they've been learning in different places and they all came to this teacher because he was so good. So fast forward, I came back MCO, started my Instagram, 3 friends, 3 followers. It was hard, you get friends, and I did self-promo videos, and I just started with small workshop, get friends supported, so eventually people get to know me, and that's my story. I'm in the happiest phase of my life in my career. Not to say I building a business, but I'm doing something that I'm passionate about and can support me as well.
Fantastic. It's good. It's really hard to find yourself after a certain age and to start at 49, but congratulations. That is really quite an achievement. Yeah.
And then it took me 2 years to
2 years.
terminologies and where to get certain things. So I actually started in 51.
51, right. And how many workshops now, currently, do you, I mean, you can sustain yourself as an artist with the workshops, I understand, and you're doing quite a lot. I mean, even data, you do, your art.
I think up to date I have conducted, like starting from end of 2020 until now, I've conducted about 104 workshops. The workshops supported me in a way to further learning because I've traveled to Japan, Thailand, a different place to live. And then the business of my merchandise support me to do arts, you know, to do art installations and all that.
Fantastic. Yeah, okay. So the business of merchandise. Okay, we'll go into that. And Lini, your journey started in 2008, like you say, with 30,000.
For Spenco was 2000 to 2004,
Mm-hmm.
and I resigned and jumped into Pewter industry for a few years. But 2006 was the actual when I actually registered myself with Malaysian Handicraft Corporation, also known as Craftsmanship Malaysia. And that particular year, we only had like about 50 pieces of kerongsang in Pewter to participate in the big event that is called Hari Craft Kebangsaan or National Craft Day, where all the artisans all over Malaysia will be invited to participate in the annual handicraft fair in Komplek Craft Jalan Konde. And that's where I took my first participation as an entrepreneur. And with small table like this, with 50 pieces, on the third day, it's all sold out.
Fantastic.
I was panicking because the event is for 10 days.
Wow, so no more already. No pieces to sell already.
No
Okay,
pieces
tutup kedai.
took the die already. And the officer was telling me, you have to increase your capacity because your pieces are popular, they are not mass production, and there's a lot of heritage linked to it. I like to make it more contemporary because kerongsang is usually wear on kebayas, right? You didn't know, right? We have kebaya nyonya, kebaya panjang, kebaya labu, kebaya riau, all kind of kebaya. But I like to make it into like one piece that you can make it as a brooch and pendant and collaborate with batik so that you can make it as a daily wear or your personal lifestyle or as a gift. And everything is individual. And then they asked me, Lini, why you use pewter as the metal when you can use gold or silver or others? Okay, let me explain. Metal is not cheap.
Right, yes.
Yeah, firstly, 916, 999, and you have silver 925. So after working in this industry as a pewter company, I realized pewter is the most easiest to form, soft, and easy to shape. And the cost is like per kg is about 250 those days, but now it's not even 500. So it's still acceptable for us to do mass production or even bigger grounds. But because for me, I think it's a long-term thing. When I see that we can go for, we can finish our product in 2 days, meaning there's a good chance that we can grow further, bigger, right? And that time we are only 2 person, me and my partner. So it's like very difficult. We do the marketing, as you mentioned, that those days there's no social media, no Facebook, no IG, no TikTok. So it's like by word of mouth, and everything is on paper, bunting, posters, which is very slow, right? But by the word of mouth, by customers that trusted us, I used to expand my business base to government, corporate, GLC, individuals, even royalties. We're also famous for our handmade tepak sirih from Pewter, and the best part is I got a break from Bank Negara. They actually ordered a few pieces of corporate gift to be displayed in the gallery, and we form a mutual agreement with them to supply permanent merchandise for Bank Negara. And it comes the Hyatt Hotel, KLIA, Petronas Tower, and also the recent one was Teraju.
Oh, fantastic, wow. So from this little table like this size, 50 pieces sold out in 3 days to like supplying merchandise to Bank Negara and all that. And that's of course a sustainable business that has been doing very well until now. I must say, congratulations, fantastic. Yeah, I mean it's really inspiring. And
Until too.
I'm sure. I mean, as a business owner, I mean, nothing. If you run a business, nothing is without sweat and
I want
tears.
to share something also. In year 2021, our place in Srimoda was hit by the big flood, the worst ever in history. I was not at that particular space at that time. I was away for an event, and I was told my workshop was submerged in water about almost that high. And my machine, everything that we worked hard for the 15 years was gone. I even lost a few cats and dogs. It was very sad for me. Yeah. My 2 dogs was hanging to the balcony, but the other one was swept away. My neighbor told me that. I was like, I can't go in because the whole world was closed for the time, for 1 week. And the moment that they actually came and allowed us to say, see, you are allowed to assess your damage, I actually smoked and broke there. So, and I don't survive until today. And I appreciate that the government actually came and helped us to clear the rubbish, the after flood. And I wouldn't leave Srimoda even though I did not stay there, but it's where Paulini Pewter started. And I'm very glad that federal government and the state government came and helped us to sustain, and we rebuilt again our brand. And now Tourism Malaysia has come in and assist us and give us all the promoting international and domestic. I'm really very, very grateful. I just have to tell you, if you lost everything, it's not the end. You rise up and build it again with confidence, and I'm sure over there, on top there, will bless you. Yeah.
I think the challenge, it is tough and well done, so well done to build it, and it's not just the monetary loss, the mental and the physical. I mean, it's really mentally to try and start everything. I'm sure you had your fair share of challenges. Well, I mean, you're hearing it.
Okay, where do I start? I have too many stories to share and to inspire the younger generation actually. So pandemic was tough for everybody. I was asked by my ex-partner to give up everything to file bankruptcy so that I don't have to pay compensation to any of my staff who were with me since day one, 20 over years working for me. And a lot of other things. I didn't believe in that. I fought to survive, to keep my staff, because they from day one they basically we have so many no sleeping nights to rush for fashion show locally and globally, mainly globally, to try to build our branding and our name, and I cannot forget them. To me, it's very important as a Chinese educated person. We have a saying, 饮水思源. We have to remember where our water come from. So he kept saying that, all your department is not making money during pandemic. Who is making money?
Yes.
So basically I had nothing, everything was negative. I told myself it's time to step out. I had a very good general manager who is back in London but still helping me without getting a cent to try to save everything. He reminded me, Mel, it's time you decide. Continue listen to him, thinking it's love, or you should step out and do what you love doing and survive. My daughter is here, I shouldn't say much, but she kind of knows everything. And he woke me up and I decided, I'm sorry, I need to get out, I need to survive. So from nothing, I built back again. I didn't believe in giving up. So I think that's very important. If we don't have that willpower of ourselves, we don't, just like Michael Jackson, right? Sorry, I'm so into it now. I watched twice. She enjoyed it so much. I want to go for 3 and 4 times. But anyway,
How are movies?
yeah, it's really telling, like, you have to, you are your own enemy. You have to tell yourself you can do it. You're not giving up. And until now, I still have the same stuff and even growing. it's tough at the moment. The economy is horrible, but I'm still keeping them, and I talk to them a lot about, you guys are more important than anything else because they are my family, right? Without them, I'm not here today. I'm not talking to you. Imagine if I listened to the love of my life, whatever it was, and continue to do whatever he wanted me to do, and think that I'm so small. He used to just tell me that, you think you will do well if you're not Malay in Malaysia. It's just like being a partner and trying to make me feel small. I was hiding. I was having depression for 16 years, and no one knew about it. And I was doing a lot of collections. I don't know if you guys noticed, a lot of things which are not what I wanted to do. So the moment I stepped out, I collaborated with my daughter, with her art, to do a show, and that was my first solo show, couture show in Malaysia. And I was crying behind stage and after the show. I did the show because my dad was dying. I want to put in his, all his the thing he taught us, for him to see, and at the same time it was a lot of things. It was so many elements. I don't know why I do. I also supported because pandemic was harsh for all the artisans. So I got a grant from Motac, and I told myself this money has to go back to the community. So I went to Sarawak. I worked with Tanuti. I connected with a lot of artists. Maya is wearing one of her artwork, which was hand songket woven by Tanuti. Maybe you want to stand up and show everyone.
This is Maya, by the way. Yes,
so it's all handmade.
she's an artist.
And a lot of other work are being also done with songket, rattan, and so on. So it was like to support back the community, the artisan. I paid them to do, I didn't want any sponsorships, and I have the pieces, and they are going to the Textile Museum at Merdeka, by the way, for a permanent exhibition. And a lot of other things that I wanted to do at that show was to encourage younger generations to love and to continue the art, sustain our craft, especially like the guard and all, something I want to learn and do. We actually brought a lot of underprivileged children to come to the exhibition after the show, and we had workshops with the artisan and the children. What I wanted to do is to inspire the younger generation to continue the craft. I keep telling people couture is already dying. Nobody wants to do handwork. The younger generations do not want to learn about the craft. They find it tough. Everybody wants to go on digital. And I have to say, Russell, being young, that generation, keep that going. Do not give up the batik, do not give up the tikats, and do more about it. I have come to this age where, it's time I give back more. And I tried to apply for Motac again the following years. The last 2 years I've been trying, I couldn't get. So I want to help more. This money is really to help the artisan. I know they probably say, oh, I don't need the money, I just want to pass time,
True, yeah.
No, it's not true.
Yeah.
How to make, and some artisans may not agree that I use contemporary artists or work, combining traditional art to make something. To me, you need to be current. You need to be now. You need to inspire the younger generations. If you continue to do, yes, amazing to do traditional motif, but how you can make it more, that's a revolution, right? You have to be more involved, and you have to develop to what is current, so that the younger generation will love it more and will continue the art.
Totally. My God, there's some philosophy that we share, the values that we share, and I think that's the thing with artists. There are a mixture of artists and also people who are in the business, but again, you have your artist side of you, then you need to have your business side of you. So the struggle part of every business owner will know that, and I think it's also true for artists. I think, Yann, also you shared me a story. You couldn't sleep for, you could sleep at one point, right? And felt that at some point, like, okay, you need to do something for yourself. And I think we all have that low point in our life when we think, okay, I'm going to give up as business owner in a lot of things. Yeah, and I think Linnea shared really to overcome it mentally. I think how did you also, you went through it at one point, question life?
About health. When I was working in the advertising, I developed a very bad insomnia. So I need to take sleeping pills. I've tried all kinds of pills, like the strongest, you tell me about that, some of them doesn't work at all. And the strongest of it, like Domicum, it works for 4 hours, and I take it, I sleep for 4 hours, and by the clock tick 4 hours, my eyes is open. So I was like, in the face of luckily no depressions. I was like going crazy the moment when the nightfall came, my phobia came. So mine was more like an internal imbalance. So I quit advertising. I was just paint full time, but before that I was already start painting. So that helps, slowly regain my health.
Art help you to kind of come back a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think that also helped. Interestingly, because you mentioned to me that you enjoyed the final process of your art. Like, you enjoyed the final product. But the journey was the process.
For visual arts,
Visual arts, yeah.
I was doing different form of arts. I'm always very curious, like from fine art, interior designer, fashions, installation, all you name it, I like to try. So, when I was doing my visual arts, like between caring for the young one, I don't enjoy the process, sitting and painting, but I enjoy of the outcome. That was that stage. I was at a stage that just be productive to show my husband, okay, I pass up over. I've completed an artwork, okay, sent to the gallery. And I was like chilling and all that, but later when I started my Indigo journey of my chasing blue, it's totally different. I enjoy the whole process, which is 10 times harder than being a visual artist. I enjoy from the beginning, where you do the sewing part. Okay, but one part I don't really enjoy is washing those pieces. Yeah, except that part because I wash a big volume of it. But so I kind of decide this is what I really want to do. It's very physically tough, challenge, long hours. Can you imagine during MCO, I was working 12 hours when everybody is chilling, because that is the time that I practice and perfect my craft. 12 hours, 7 hours sleep, 4 hours cooking. That was my 24 hours during the whole pandemic. That is one of the reasons that I improved so much in such a short period of time.
Wow. Yeah. Pandemic was a tough time for everyone. I mean, it really took a lot. So in terms of collaboration, because it's interesting because you went from a visual artist, you tried everything, you did your dye, your workshops now, and then you sustain yourself with those workshops. And it is profitable, you enjoy it, you have customers, you have great clients. And for Yann, so you've always been an artist. Like for Lini, are you still an artist? Do you still, of course, because you have you and Mel both have businesses that you run, of course you have staff, and I'm sure you have staff and we all have to pay gaji. Which part? Business, 90% business, 10% artist now, or are you still retaining that part of you as an artist?
Okay, as for us, we do not want to grow big because we have a reason. Our product is manual, labor intensive. We might have the mold making, and after that everything is labor intensive, like fixing the pin, fixing the stone, mounting. Everything is, you cannot use AI definitely. It's definitely from your hands, 2 hands. And the marking on the hand will tell, the burn part, everything is normal. And my hands, every time I want to shake hands with people, it's very rough because I do metal. And the part is, the bad part is also, I have a few of my friends who are Sifu and mentors, they pass away because of inhaling too much metal dust. We do not know this because these are things that we do every day. But lately, I noticed the pattern is they will be balding and they'll be coughing continuously. So I took the initiative to go for my medical checkup and thank God I was cleared. But I noticed in the circle of metal smithing, majority of them are having either cancer, lung inflammatory problem, because we are breathing metal every day. These are the things that the hazardous, even for batik people, my friends in the batik industry, they are also having this problem because they are inhaling wax every day when they are doing their tie and dye, their washing of material. I went to many of my friends in Kelantan and Terengganu to learn the process of batik block to enable in order to do my own choker on my own pieces. So I learned from zero how they actually do the process of chanting with the batik block. I went under their house to see. It's beautiful process. So do not complain about why is our batik Malaysia more expensive than Indonesia. It is a beautiful piece and the process is very labor intensive. And as for my piece that I'm wearing now, it's also associated with the Orang Ulu, Sarawak, because I have many friends from Sabah, Sarawak, and every time I go there, I notice that they are always doing weaving, and their prokumbo, like what she's wearing, is part of the motif that I noticed. I would love to explore more and transfer them into metal. I'm a very creative person. I like to see things in a different way. People might use it for, ready to wear. For me, I would love to transform them into accessories because it's generic and everyone can buy. Because for fashion and clothing, it goes to sizing, right? That's where they got stuck. I noticed that when you do fabric or textile industry, they'll be like S, XS, XL, triple XL. They are stuck. Same goes to shoes. So the moment I jump into this Pewter industry, I noticed that I can go global if I want to, or I can stay local or domestic if I want to, at my own pace, no pressure, because I know I can keep my product, it's relevant, it's timeless. Design can come from the 60s, 18th century, no problem. I have a book of heritage book from the Museum Negara. So it doesn't matter for me. So when it comes to the artistic level, all you have to do is here, your brain. As long as you can think and convert the thing out of the box, I'm sure we can do further. Yeah.
So you constantly, for you, your ideas are
Evolve.
constantly evolving, and there's
Innovation.
collaboration. I mean, that's great because I
Yes.
see, the batik.
Yeah.
So you would say you would advocate for collaboration that helps with your
I do have some
creativity.
designer like from Indonesia. She's from Jakarta. Her name is Tia Pagiban. Yeah. She used to make me and ask me whether I can collaborate with beautiful pieces for her, and then she can collaborate with her fabric. It was doing well, and then later I noticed that some people copied her idea, and then she like give up. So I don't blame her. No, this thing get copied easily. People can just send my piece to Guangzhou, China. Tomorrow you can see their mass production. You know what? Angry, yeah? You're very angry, right?
Copy you means you're good.
I know that. It's very heartbreaking, because you spend so many hours, time and days to get the idea of the motif that you want to commercialize for your Malaysian market and then introduce it to the world. But suddenly you find it in China and they come back into Malaysia at half price or even cheaper in Shopee. It was like very heartbreaking. But I make sure I didn't sell my product in Shopee or TikTok or other online platform except by myself and my own website, which is more special and exclusive, that people will be waiting for the next series from us. We are more into flora, fauna, peranakan, filigree, and the heritage series.
Do you have that problem now? I mean, the designs are very unique to an artist and very design. I mean, and I mean, it is a problem. Like in our industry, piracy is the biggest problem. So, What about you?
As in,
Like having people steal designs and
well,
like,
I was very annoyed long time ago when I first started. I noticed close designer friend of mine who, copy and make to, because, the industry is small, you can see. I even have students who were intern and then become my designer assistant, copy every single, after he left the company, he copied his collection was the shadow of me. So people could see, people are not blind, right? They can see every single collection was his time with me, so he copied every single collection in the same color range, design, aesthetic, the concept, because my collection always have a concept, I'm a storyteller, so I always tell a story, and he has all that until the last collection that when he ended his contract with us, that was his last collection, and then he disappeared. So, in a way, I feel really sorry for him, and we were on the same platform showcasing, and people, my sister were there, my friends were there, oh yeah, Melinda collection is out. Then my friends say, no, that's the assistant. So, I feel that you need to have your own identity, you need to have your own signature. I feel sorry for him. I didn't feel sorry for being copied. I actually feel sorry for him because he was very talented. He could do a lot more than what he think. But I think lack of confidence probably, the lack of confidence, thinking that, my design is not great. I cannot come up with my own design, I just copy. So I think sometimes it's good to be inspired, but not to, copy exactly. Even fabrication, everything.
right, yeah.
And even probably some of the patterns were taken from the workshop and do, because the same accessories, the same everything.
Right, yeah, copying is a form of flattery, but it doesn't get you very far at all. Like Yann, there are some workshops with like Indigo, that thing, but how do you stand out? So I think each of you have a distinct style, and people try and copy because it's so distinct, so Mel, so Yann, so Lenny, and which is flattering. But how do you stand out?
I think I'm always making progress. Of course, the initial when I first started out, I learned along the way as I conduct my workshops. How do I stand out? I look in small little areas. Area as in how you welcome in your students. What kind of food you serve. Sometimes I even into sense, besides just how you teach, but I look into small little elements, how can I improve that? And I'm still learning, I'm still improving, and getting feedback from students. So recently I have students who come back for repeated workshops, as much as 5 times, And I was feedback that she says, a French lady, she says, very nice to come to my place. It feels relaxed, it feels nice, besides learning in the workshops. So this is how I keep on improving.
You're not afraid that one day your student will take all this knowledge that you have?
I don't think you can, like Mel said, you can copy someone. Everybody is different, You can always inspire by someone, and then you develop as you go, So, yeah, I don't think so. I'm constantly evolving, even up to today. So, after this show, I will say, oh, what's next? It's always exciting, new things, new experience coming along. When you have open heart, you brave heart to try new things.
Would you work collaborate with an artist or somebody
I'm open for collaborations.
Okay. You've done any?
If timeline works, I don't think so. No, I've been so into making my own things.
Would you have ambitions to grow it into a company with business,
So,
and
like,
manager
when I-
to run it?
When I started, like, I was like looking for my directions. When I want to grow big in the productions, or I want to create something unique that true to myself rather than focus in terms of like economic growth. Often my husband, who is the one who see how I work, he will come by and shake his head. You can't go far. Like, and I have few interns and assistants. Being an OCD perfectionist, there's always that. I feel that I need to like help out, and because I want the finished work that I really want, the standard of finished work. So it's hard. I'm trying training new people, but like as you say, like shibori and indigo dyeing is a difficult craft, And I come to a point that I don't mind to say small, but I want to say uniquely small that people will recognize my work. So my money is important, but they are the well of joy, well of other things that we can treasure. As long as it can support me, support my life, support my chasing blue, traveling, I'm more than happy. So like, that's why you don't see a lot of people doing the kind of shibori work in Malaysia, because there's limitations. I bet a lot of fashion designers there would have learned shiboris and natural indigo dye is so time consuming and so hard to master the craft. Even these days, I'm still in the learning stage. There's so much to learn for decades.
Yeah, thanks. I mean, so collaborations are important. I'm going to open the floor after this. We'll just have one last question from me, but if you have questions, please raise your hands. You can speak very loudly from there, or I can pass you the mic. Collaborations. I see Mel, of course, you collaborated with a lot of maybe very. Aina Abdul, I saw her collection. Those who don't know Aina Abdul, she's a very famous Malay singer. Really amazing, and I thought that was so clever to collaborate with a popular Malay singer to an audience that wouldn't normally.
I think we discovered each other. we didn't really look, I was never really looking for an artist to dress. Those days when I was selling ready-to-wear in boutiques in the US and all that, I have a lot of big stars buying our clothes. You name it, probably all of you know Britney Spears and all that.
Wow.
But I don't find that it's a big deal. But for Aina Abdul, how I started collaborating with her was through a stylist. She loaned some pieces of my archive, and then after that she told her manager, actually, can I meet Melinda directly? Because I was never meeting her, it was always through a stylist. So, and then she said, I want to make one clothes for HL, Underground. And that's how we met, and that's how we get to know each other even better. So I think that's how it started, and it didn't stop. So yeah.
Fantastic, because Aina was very mass Malay, and Anugerah Jawala Lagu is an awards ceremony on the mass Malay market suddenly opened up. Very interesting. Suddenly people saw this artwork. They were talking all about it.
I call her the Lady Gaga.
Yeah, she went to do also no. She went to do. Paulini, you've done collaborative pieces, is it like that or like creating a new piece?
I did collaborated with the Datai
Datai.
during the COVID. They are the one that actually made us survive that particular time. And then after that, I was offered by KLCC management to open a kiosk for a year free of charge.
Wow.
As a CSR. I was
That's
so
very good.
close to the sky. I was like jumping, like in order to open a kiosk in KLCC is like 20K. Yes, plus yes, I guess so. That was 2021 to 2022. I was very happy and grateful to KLCC management until now. So I think I will start again maybe in a year's time after Visit Malaysia Year campaign is over. But now I heard that it's being extended. So it looks like I will push
questions, yes please. Just take your knife and come to me.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm Azlin. I'm lucky to be here when I saw the advertising that the event is about the heritage and fashion designer, and it's related to my PhD research topic with fashion designer with cultural heritage and cross communication. So it's an honor to Melinda. Thanks so much, and I'm glad to meet in person with you. So my question is, how do you use your fashion design as a form as cross-cultural communication to represent Malaysian identity while still appealing to global audience, which is how you maintaining your authenticity and strengthen your brand in international levels. Means at international levels that no, this is a Malaysian, owned by Malaysian fashion design. How you maintain it?
First, I love Malaysia. I love my home country. I love all the cultural elements that we have. I love everything that we have, to be honest. We are very lucky to be Malaysian, surrounded by so many different multicultural, motive and design and smell, flavors and things. And I think that helps me to design, to create. So basically, when I was asked by any international show or going overseas, I always make sure I carry some kind of Malaysians, proud to be a Malaysian and carry the elements. I have batik, I use songket, but I challenge songket weavers to make something that is me. So I never forget my signature in there. It has to have the edgy elements. It has to carry me, but yet using traditional craft. And that's, to me, is very important. They are not cheap. Artisan work are precious. They need hours and weeks and months to make something. So they're not cheap. So I would love to sell to more people, but unfortunately we can't make it too affordable either sometimes, right? So that's the tough part. Only people who understand the work behind, they will appreciate, and they will not negotiate with you. But I didn't give up. It's expensive to make something and to keep as your archive. But to me, this is something I can keep for the next generation to study. If we don't keep all this, where are we going to find our history? Where are we going to find all these, things for the next, I don't know which generation, the alpha or the one below, to learn about it. So for me, it's just don't give up, just keep going, just keep fighting, keep promoting whenever you get a chance. This piece, yes, it's a plot, but it's from Indonesia. I collaborated with them. They actually approached me. Indonesian, the Modest Fashion Week, about a year plus ago, they approached me and said, Mel, we really love how you promote traditional craft with your aesthetic. Can you do a collection for us? We will send you all this ikat fabric and you create. So I combine with my elements. I put in, I make it a bit more vintage in a way, but in a very edgy way. I mix it with leather, I mix it with denim. I want to promote, this artisan work to tell people that, hey, you can actually wear it in a normal day. They are not for, they are not for traditional ceremony, they are not for wedding only. Songket is not only for royals, they are not only for weddings. You can wear it. So I have a lot of other pieces which are songket that are not just for, and high-end, atas event, but for anyone. They are just costly, that's all. But yeah, so I think just don't give up. My mentality is follow your heart. Do whenever you feel like you want to do something. And just follow your heart and keep your roots tight.
Yeah. You sell too.
Yeah.
Yeah, every month I have to travel now. Yeah, there's another experience. I just got back from Berlin for ITB Berlin, and we had a little adventure there during 28th February. I was on Qatar Airways towards Berlin, and we were directed to land emergency in Oman. And we got stuck there for 5 days, and we actually missed the actual exhibition in Berlin because of the bombing. It was a very sad moment for us, but luckily the minister was able to reach there because he flown by Malaysia Airlines direct to London. But all the delegates, like myself, the artisan, dancers, even the chef, we didn't make it on time. We were stuck in Oman for 5 days, and the embassy actually assisted us to get fresh ticket. And the budget was blown, and we flew through Turkish airline to Berlin just to pack our things and go back.
Okay, what will we tell our younger selves?
Continue to learn as you grow, no matter how old, because whatever you do in the past is an accumulation of experience and all that. Then it will work in your later part of life, during the process. But for me, it's like cooking one pot of soup with all the skill I have, including physical strength from my past athletic life.
For me, I believe in kifara and karma as a Muslim. We have to be kind not only to our mankind, but also to animals and beings in the world. Sharing is caring. Be humble. Even if you have a little piece of money or little things in your pocket, if you find someone who is more in the need, please give it to that person. I believe the rezeki will come back in a bigger picture, and people will always pray or bless you in their own way, regardless of your background. Because I believe in giving and sharing. I believe this is why I can still be here talking to all of you and share my humble experience. And of course, we should always think that we will never stop learning. The process of learning is never ending until the day we are 6 feet under, and just be ourselves and be patient and happy with what we are having now. We are grateful because when you travel overseas, the moment you touch down to Malaysia, I think you are very lucky we are Malaysian, because there's no such thing as we are multiracial, and we are compromising each other in our coexistence. We are all Mukiba, and this is what we are doing now to promote Malaysia in our own small way. We are very proud to be selected to be a small little ambassador.
Just don't stop learning. Never give up. I think it's very important, and just give whenever you can. I do a lot of other things that are not fashion, which is to help children, and I love doing charity work. And I don't tell the world that I'm doing it. I like to take children out to do craft. I gather all my artistic friends and do something, just inspire them. So I think giving up doesn't help. By doing charity, looking at others, you feel that, hey, you are not that bad. You are quite lucky. You have people you love, you have family, you have a job. I wouldn't say I'm successful. People see me very successful, but I think I'm still learning every day. Learning about the business, learning about myself, learning to be a better person, better business person, a better mom, a better sister, whatever. Just do your best, and don't be so harsh to yourself, and keep thinking positive. I think I was very negative at my very down time for a long time, and I used to wear black. I used to wear white and black only. I don't know if you guys noticed. I love my shirts, I cannot avoid, but I used to be very, very dark. And when I pick myself up again, I wear a lot of colors. I'm very happy. I'm still going through a lot of tough time, trying to support my dirty over stuff.
kids and on my own and things like that, and learning to be a businesswoman who I am not, because I'm totally an artist. But I'm learning. I'm not giving up. And people say, "No, you're so tough, you know. You have so many issues with you." And I still have a lot of issues to settle with my whatever. But I'm not giving up. I'm still smiling every day. I think that's important. You keep yourself positive. Actually, nothing is worse, right? I mean, look at, no need to go out anywhere else. No need to go Africa or India. Malaysia alone, we have a lot of unfortunate people and children. We need to help them. We need to inspire them. Keep going.
Thank you. Okay, one question, Rekha. I think we take one, maybe one more question. So unless you have two, okay, two questions. Rekha.
Hi everyone, this is wonderful. I'm an artist, my name is Rekha Menon, and just like you guys, I went into art at a very late age. So I was 40 when I started, and it's been 10 years now. And it's been very challenging because, you know, we're looking at income pools and revenue and things like that. And there were many times that I was wanting to give it up. But because of my passion for it, I just kept going. And what question I would like to ask you is, in terms of pursuing our passion as an artist in Malaysia, the awareness is not there to uplift us in terms of markets. So we have to constantly look at revenue pools, like how can we support ourselves and make the art we want. So one of the two things that I was informed, which I think has been going on in many other countries like Indonesia and Thailand, all that, is art licensing and art leasing. And there seems to be not much dialogue about these things for artists. I just wanted to ask you guys, have you ventured into anything like that, or what are your thoughts about it? And if it's something something that's viable for us artists, sons in Malaysia, we're talking about visual artists and fashion designers and things like that. Yeah, that's my question. And thank you for sharing that, all your wonderful stories, very inspirational. Thank you.
So what do you think? Licensing, it is a little bit...
For fashion, we have trademarks. So we trademark our branding. A trademark in China, a trademark in America, a trademark here. It's expensive to do that, it's practice, but you need to protect yourself. I don't know about art, I don't know about artists, but I think you can. I'm not sure. I think you can speak to some like more tech and all. I can't really...
Yeah, okay, so it's good. You trademark.
I have to trademark.
Okay, how about you, Amy? Yeah, you also
have my own trademark also, not many, but about 10 pieces. And of course my brand Paulini is also a trademark.
It's also
yes.
a trademark. Okay, fantastic. What about Yann? Are you planning or thinking maybe down the future?
Perhaps if I design a capsule series that is really very stunning, you know.
I think it's more like for people who want to go into retail, you need to protect your brand. But if you are a pure artist, just want to express your feeling with art and all, I don't know if it's important, but if you want to go into merchandise, it's important to have your license.
Yeah. I think once it involves business and it involves seek a lawyer, I mean, I think even in the film industry, we trademark like, you know, scripts. We can't trademark, we own a film, you cannot steal, but if you steal a film and put it on a site, we can still go after you in that sense. Yeah. Yati.
Hi, good afternoon. Thank you so much for speaking to us today. It's been so valuable. I'm Yann, I'm one of the participating artists. My artwork is right behind you. Oh, thank you. My question is actually to Salini. I had an opportunity to speak to you earlier. I was really interested in your story.
Yes.
You said this is your 10th year anniversary. Congratulations.
20.
Oh, 20, sorry. Oh my God.
2006 to 2026.
Sorry. Math is clearly not my strong suit. Congratulations.
Thank
so
you.
there's quite a few of us here who are artists now looking at transitioning into our art as a business. And with your long history, you mentioned to me that it was really unnerving to leave dependable, regular job with dependable income and go into the unknown. As those of us who are trying to start our own businesses through our art, what did you learn from them that you wish you knew that could help us now that we're trying to venture into this and hopefully follow the kind of success you have? Thank you.
Yanti, you are lucky. You are definitely 20 years younger than me.
Okay, I already wish that yes, she's not 20
My
years younger.
classmate's here, so no, we're not.
Yeah, you do. Well, for you, in your generation X, Y, Z, they have technologies. That's the beauty. Compared to us, we are what? Going to be 60 years soon. Oops, I revealed my age. Okay. So, I mean, Yanti, you have your networking, your past experience as a corporate person, also as like me. Use your experience as a valuable strength, your SWOT, to penetrate the market. Maybe not mass, but niche market. When you know where's your USP, your unique selling, your skills, you focus on that. Do not dream big. Maybe 3 years down the road, a small audience might recognize you. As for me, I don't have much help. Just 30,000 to start, and no bank loan, no borrowing from Along. Thank God. But all from my personal saving and whatever I have. Okay, well, we have to be very diligent and very true to the expenses, declaration, everything. Every money that we spend on business have to be really transparent. Don't be overwhelmed on your wants. You must always know your needs. Okay. So, Yanti, I know you can do it. I spoke to you much earlier. I know you have the charisma, the character to become someone big. So just don't give up, because everyone have different background. I might have different, you might have different, she has different background, Yann also have different background. But we have one aim: to be successful, to be recognized, and to make decent business money. But at the same time, do not forget to give to the community. That's all I can advise.
Thank you so much. And okay, I think any last questions or what? Well, we are toward the tea. Please enjoy. We still have curry puff, and if those of you are really, really hungry, we have some nasi lemak. I mean, it's been such a wonderful session. I can't thank you all enough. I mean, especially in your position, Jezebel, Edie, thank you very much. I mean, traveling around the world and doing this. It's a small community. Please come and talk to artists. I want to also point out that the exhibition here we're doing today is called Inspired by Tekat. And there are a few of the artists that works, you see the works here, the few of the artists are here. Which I'd like to call out the artists who are here. Afiza sitting there, her works over there. Lauki, of course, who you said, the artist, her works over there. Yeah. Yann's work is over there. I saw Daisy somewhere. And Venus. Yes. Venus. Is it? I thought I saw. Oh, she was here. Zim. Oh, Zim is it? Oh, where's Zim? Oh, there's Zim. Zim works over there. And Russell's works over there. There's still more work upstairs. It's by MIA students. All the works you see are all for sale. There's a book on the kind of promote the name, but there's a book you can also go look and see. It's in a labor of love. My curator is here, Charmaine, that you can ask her anything if you are interested in the arts, support the arts. And if you feel of collaborating with not just this wonderful fashion designers and artists here in panel, also the artists around here, please talk to us. That's why Temu is called Temu, because we talk. We don't have to be hi-fi, yeah, just come, chit-chat, and we hope you have a lovely weekend. Thank you again so much, Melinda. Big hand for Melinda.